But let's bring on board the management of Techno Electric. We are joined by Mr. P.P. Gupta, MD at Techno Electric, an engineering company, joining in with us this afternoon. Thank you so much, Mr. Gupta, for joining in with us this afternoon on ET Now. It's a pleasure having you on the show. And sir, I want to start by just talking about the basics. What we have seen is an increase overall in the rising energy consumption. We are seeing that there are various policies that have come in from the government in terms of an initiative that they are taking towards this as well. How are you seeing the demand growth for your business? And what is the growth in terms of the opportunity that you see coming from the conventional renewable energy? How do you see it growing in the next 2 years? What is the growth that you are envisaging here?
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. And I trust COVID has done many bad things for the society, but one good thing which happened in this country was the digitization. Today we have almost 800 million users of IoT on and OTT content, and all this e-electrification and e-commerce. All this has meant, a tremendous energy consumption and growth in energy. First time we are seeing a double-digit growth and power requirement needing almost 240 to 50 gigawatt in the grid. So all this is sounding very exciting. In addition to meeting these power requirements, the growth is likely to be there in 7-8% a year over next 3-4 years, as we see. Even this summer, it is projected to be around 260 to 65 gigawatt. If per capita consumption we talk, if say it was 1250 units per capita in this year, it is likely to be almost 1750 to 2000 units, which means by 2030, which means about 400 gigawatt as a power requirement by then. So, and apart from that, there is a lot of transformation happening in the sector from conventional to renewable powers, and renewable powers ought to be handled and injected into the grid. We are committed to have at least 25% of power out of renewable sources. And government is finalizing concessions every day, 2 or 3 concessions under TBC, as well as SECI is adding a lot of options for renewable power, wind or solar or even pumping storage solutions and hydropower. So we see a great opportunity in the years to come.
Okay, so what we want to actually understand here is that if you see in the last quarter, the order wins were around 2,000 crore rupees. How have the order wins fared so far in the fourth quarter?
Excellent. I'll say we have booked more than 3,000 CR in last 2 months. 2.5 months, and presently our order book is 8,000 CR plus now.
Actually exceeded your guidance that you had given earlier of 7,000 odd crore rupees.
Yeah, but it is exceeding the guidance also now. We are successful in one Gogamukh TBCB project also, where we are L1 now with a revenue outlook of almost 2,000 CR over the concession period. So all these are sounding good and exciting, I'd say.
26 revenue guidance that you had given of 3,200 crore rupees, will you be upgrading that as well?
I'll not like to upgrade, but definitely like to exceed. Opportunities are that we may exceed, but I will like to maintain guidance at that level for 25-26.
Right. So you think that you will, likely to some possibility of at least exceeding that guidance is what you're talking about. Also talk to us about, in terms of Middle East, how is the traction that you're seeing from that, and how much do you see in terms of inquiries, orders coming in from that front as well?
And we are not counting on Middle East as we don't have very great presence in that market, but we have one project from Nepal now, which is about $90 million. A fund, a MCC fund of US is funding the electrification project of 400 kV transmission solutions in Nepal, connecting to India, and we have won the LOI already for that project. And we are trying in Middle East too. We are hopeful of succeeding in Saudi or Oman. But our major focus is domestic and South Asian countries around us.
Sir, if you could give us an idea of what is the total value of orders that are expected to flow in the transmission and distribution segment in the coming year, financial year, that is FY25, how much of these orders could potentially be won by your company?
Yeah, in total, you can say in this year we have won almost about 5,500 CR, which largely is a transmission about 3,000 CR or 3,500, another 2,000 CR in smart metering, and similarly, I will say distribution, digitization. We are part of DVC, upgrading their distribution network into digitized in their command area. And similarly, we do have projects out of TBCV. And of course, we are very strong in data center now. We have won a concession with Rail10 to build 100, I will say, a kind of data centers on all their railway stations at almost 100 locations, which are called edge data centers by and large. So we are growing digitally, and we want to be in power-backed digital space going forward. But conventional business has also seen the growth by leap and bounds in this year.
Right, so this was for this financial year. What is your outlook when it comes to FY25?
24-25, our top line should be no less than 2,700 CR, and with a bottom line of about 350 CR and EPS of 35 rupees. That's what we have kept for ourselves.
Okay, sir, thank you so much for joining in with us this afternoon on ET Now. It's a pleasure having you on the show. That was the management of Techno Electric joining in with us this afternoon on ET Now, talking about their revenue guidance and hoping to exceed the guidance of 3,200 crores revenue guidance for FY26. But